we're going to look at one of the more sort of hidden features of the Serum 2 Spectral Oscillator. So I made this little patch called a toothbrushing. It will become obvious why it's called that very shortly. And this is using the Spectral Oscillator and the thing that I am going to mention in a moment. So what is this thing? Basically, the thing that I would like to point out here is this manual mode. In a previous video, I did some spectral stuff, and in that one, I used the loop mode to mess around with the start and end points of the sound. On this one, I wanted to show you that you can select manual mode. And what manual mode does is let you position the point in time throughout that sample that is loaded in manually, as you would expect by the word manual. What you can do with that, or what I have done with that, I should say, is use an LFO on envelope mode to kind of construct a bit of a funky pattern here, a little funky guy. So I have a little custom filter that I've added to this thing. It's using a factory non-tonal loop, drum loop, 85, fat width. Don't know why I said it like that, but that felt right. And we are using the A position. So we're moving it throughout this little sample in tandem with this LFO. And that gives us that crazy little jumping around thing. Right, so how might you do this? Let's just do a quick one. So we'll set the spectral wavetable on a new synth. We're going to grab that exact same guy here. And if you play it just normally on one-shot mode, it sounds like this. Oh, wait. That's pretty fire. That's pretty fire already. What the hell? Incredible. I'm like a little speechless at how cool that sounds. Man, that's crazy. Okay, I got so distracted there. Right, so what you're going to want to do is set the loop mode to manual. And then as you can see, if I just press play now, it's going to just use essentially the frequencies of the position that we're currently at, which is 0. And as I move it through, using this position dial, we can essentially find interesting points in the sound. Like that's kind of an interesting one. And then we can map this position using an LFO. So I'm going to use LFO 1 in envelope mode and use the LFO on the position and map it throughout the entire thing because I don't really know where I'm going to go yet. And we can see what this is going to do in a ramp mode. Let's just do it to like 1 bar. So it's starting at the end. I want it to be starting at the beginning, as all good stories do. As this will ramp up, it will... We can make it slower, but so we can just do a bit of randomness, really. So just at different points, jump it around, maybe do some of that, maybe up here, maybe down here. Who knows? The world is your oyster. Then we get this. And that's giving it some like interesting resonances in the background. You can hear like a wow, wow, wow. So we can accentuate these sounds then by adding a filter. And we can do a couple peaks and troughs, maybe something like this. And then making this morph through will make a big difference. And then I'm going to add a LFO ramp from the top and make it go through the entire cut over the course of 2 bars. Then from there, it's just a case of adding a bunch of effects. So I've got a toothbrushing effect. It's pretty similar to the one that we just made, but I've added some distortion, compression, phaser, flanger. Again, it sounds weird on its own, but adding some pumping with my fave, shaper box, and a little beat behind it, you get kind of an interesting sort of percussive synth sound made from actually a drum beat, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, give the manual mode a go. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Pretty fun.